I've been thinking lately, and on this topic, I'm just going to say my piece and leave it at this. And what I mean by this is, seriously, it's okay to have crime against others. It's okay to do crime against people who can go out and kill each other. A black girl can kill another black girl, but that's alright. But if an officer saves a person's life, and basically the person who was trying to stab this poor girl got stabbed, then her family would have been devastated, but the cops saved her life by shooting the other person. Now that poor officer now had made a decision that he really had no choice over, and now he is gonna have to live with that decision for the rest of his life. Now it's really easy, LeBron's, to say as simple as you've been saying that you think that it's alright for a black person to kill a black person, and you don't really care about your own people. By saying that, you condone violence and unnecessary things on your own people, and you expect the police officers in your own country to ignore this sworn duty. I don't always like the laws of my own country, but saying that at the same time, I respect them. Disliking something and the way that you act as a human being is not very good. You just don't like anyone who disagrees with you. And seriously, you went straight from high school to basketball. You're not even an educated person. You're just a fool creating hate or bronze. Do me a favour, stop using the LAPD to protect your home, and if I was the LAPD, I seriously wouldn't do it. I'd tell you to go and get barked at. I hope all the hate that you've been putting out there comes and bites you on the bum. Nobody wants to watch your wokeness. Nobody wants the opinion of somebody who didn't even pass high school. Call yourself educated, you act like a fool of bronze. Now, from my point of view, anything that divides the human race is essentially hate speech. You think it's cool that we call us white depressions and you get up us for making your life miserable? How about taking a little responsibility for life itself, folks? It's amazing how many people are trying to cop out for something that they should have control of their own. If you can't be responsible for things and stuff, then you're an idiot. Okay, people are going out of their way to add more problems to the world. Nice work, Bronze. You just stick with BLM. Basically, Black Lives Matter and no other person has a right to live their life or anything. You think being white and privilege is a thing. No, it's not. Come and live my life, LeBrons. Live what I've been through. You have no idea what it's like to be me. But then again, I don't consider myself a different race or a different person to you either. We are the same species, human. Until every person in the world can understand that, we are going to have idiots like you. Just agrees that we are the same species and evolution played in a part in our looks. Now, may seem weird, but yeah, I really am glad that not everyone looks like me, because I'm freaking ugly. Now, LeBron's ain't that good looking, and you take away his money, he's actually quite an ugly person on the inside as well. But he will condone violence against other people. A 13-year-old black girl killed another 13-year-old black girl, and instead of turning around and condemning that 13-year-old for killing another girl for no reason, you have condemned a hero, a person who has decided to personally take on the bad shit in the world and help the rest of the world. From my point of view as an Australian, it makes you look stupid. Basically, you think you're the only group of people that's being wronged by. That in itself is the wrong statement. What are you actually done to other people by discriminating against them, making them feel like crap because they voted for someone you don't like? Now you got one of the worst politicians in your history that's helped from the worst actual government to do some atrocity, and you pat him on the back. As an Australian, our political system doesn't matter what your past was or what you have done. As long as you're not sitting in jail for something, crime, you can actually vote. And it should be mandatory and it should be done on a Saturday. Your democracy is a joke. It is a walking, living joke. And I mean that. If you're actually listening to this, able to go and protest that no government has the right to say who can vote and who cannot vote. It should be automatic. As soon as you turn 18, you get to vote. Your democracy, and to have only so many states vote for the top job, that's ridiculous. I would be furious if I was one of those people in one of those states that did not get an opportunity to vote for my government. America is not the free. It is by leaders, but not by the people. It is absolutely a freaking joke. And I would not ever live in America. You can't even look after your own people medically or help them. Your system is broken, and so are you as a people. Why you are so divided, and so far to the left and so far to the right, no person is in the middle listening anymore. We are all right and nobody's wrong. And while everybody is arguing and putting crap out there with no facts, you will never go forward. Your politicians are to serve you, not you to serve them. Now, if places like YouTube and all that want to bring all these laws in, saying you can't say this, you can't say that, well, that's a direct attack on people's freedom of thoughts. Freedom of thought should be detained for everyone's rights. It doesn't matter who you vote for. I don't care who you voted for in my election. I accept one thing. As a group, we go, we vote, and we say our bit. Then at the end of it, we leave it for the next election. I'm not saying to go out and do wrong by your politicians or hurt them in any way. No. Only rightful way you have, the only thing we've got to tell politicians what we think and how we think about what they're doing and correct it is by voting against them. Now, by stopping people from voting in states and totally banning in states and everything, I'm basically going to say your elections are
trading for supplies and
the voting law should come under federal government, not state. And any politician who believes he has the right to tell who can vote and who cannot is seriously holding back your right to freedom of speech under your own document.
Citizen.
Argue it of rightful peaceful protest under your own government documents, and you will actually find you will actually change your system. It is time to bring all 52 states of America to vote, and every person is not incarcerated to vote. It does not matter of your criminal background or your history, because history does not have it. Great way to rig the election. You can't vote because you have a criminal record. It's a load of shit. They are literally destroying your country from the inside, guys.
Other supplies available here.
That itself could be the saddest point of any argument here. People's rights being taken away.
Welcome, citizen.
Reason.
I am authorized to trade supplies.
Now, protesting's protesting. You march down the street, you say your point. You have banners out, and you do what is right. But on saying so, no one's got the right to go and blow another person's property up, or destroy, or rob, or steal. That is not protesting, that's stealing. You're not always going to agree with your neighbours or agree with every person you meet. You don't have to. But you can afford them the respect to another human being, which we no longer do. I've watched from this side of the world, and to be quite honest, I love watching the news. It makes me feel so much better about my pathetic life in my own country. But saying so, I don't blame another person for all of my decisions, because my decisions are my decisions, and I should be responsible for them. If you are going to try and stab another person or kill another person with a weapon for any reason, then you don't deserve to be in society, because you're just acting on animalistic actions. And if you don't like what I'm saying, well, it's freedom of speech. Now, Black Lives Matter is the most racist organisation that you can ever come across. And you got ripped. Ask yourself this: why is it that the rich elite of the African Americans live in white communities? It's because they want the land that where you are to become worthless. They are trying to make their own narratives come true. The media shouldn't be reporting or making up stories. It should be reporting all. But it won't, because it is systemically being racist. It is making people feel like crap for no reason. Why are you painting every person with the one brush? You cannot. And if YouTube want to actually take this video down, well, you no longer give a shit about freedom of speech.
Be honest. Does
All
this
thought.
trash make me smell bad?
To demonetize people because you feel like it is a load of shit. Your new policies is as racist as your actual stand for Black Lives Matters. My opinion, all life matters and all people are equal. Saying so, we are not equal in the sense that we all should have the same things. You work in life, you deserve good shit. You do the right thing and you work hard, you deserve a nice home. People won't invest in areas if you actually keep robbing them and destroying their homes. Black Lives Matters. Welcome to the Nazi Party. Welcome to the era of actually destroying people because you can. Well, try and bully me, I really don't give a shit. Most of you guys are on the other side of the world. And realistically, you guys gotta do something about your gun laws, man. America, you're gonna kill yourself through stupidity and violence. There's not a single person that needs a fucking machine gun anymore, or any others. And if anyone argues the fact, then why did the 7-year-old girl has to die in the McDonald's fucking drive-thru getting fucking food, for fuck's sake? That's the argument. Why should a kid need to fear about going down the road? Black people aren't truly scared about fucking the police. They're actually scared of the morons holding guns. It itself is stupid. Get rid of automatic weapons and automatic guns. You really don't need an M16 to fucking hunt a deer. I'm pretty sure they do not have bulletproof vest either, so you don't need armor piercing bullets related to bullets. But saying that, I'm glad I'm Australian, not American, and I would never move to America. It is not the greatest country, regardless. Sorry, Tom, but it's not. It is so far from its original concept, it's no longer funny. Ah, the right to bear arms, I'm pretty sure they never imagined the kind of carnage that we can do with weapons. That is so vague, it's not funny. You get people getting shot, you get people shooting each other, you get people stabbing each other. You know, it's ironic that I'm having a rant on a game with video guns and stuff, but this ain't real. This is just a bit of fun. Saves you looking at my ugly face while I'm talking.
And now to my final.
So that's that. Have a good day. Bye.